What is up, everybody? I'm No Lux Given, and today I'm back with some more live commentary here for Storybook Brawl. And I think I'm just gonna go with Phoenix Angel at this point. I guess I've got to fill you on a little bit here. I did a third live commentary game that you guys haven't seen yet. And it's because the game went too well, so I'm putting that video out tomorrow. I think I'm going to change the order of these a little bit, just because my videos don't get as many views on the weekend, and I think that tomorrow's video, it felt like one of my best games of Storybook Brawl ever. So there you go. This will be kind of like an ad for that one. But I'm really excited for as many people as possible to see that one. And so I figured I would just record another one today, and I put the stream video yesterday, just kind of mixed up the order to compensate for that. But part of the reason that I bring that up is because, again, in yesterday's video, I didn't select any hero on that first screen, and I was given the free choice. So I didn't really want to play Jax Giant again. I figure I'll just play Phoenix Angel here, as I'm really only playing one game a day currently, and just getting that free win streak to start things off. Now, this is kind of interesting. We could pick up a Polywoggle, and we could also magic research on the Polywoggle. I think that that's right. That was kind of sassy. But I think that that's what we want to do here. A 2-2. And we probably lock, because picking up Crafty plus Baby Root is good enough. We're denying ourselves the chance to find Cindy, but Crafty is a great character to pair off. We do get the Slay, and we get the tie. We don't get to keep the magic research, but we do grab a level 3 character here, and it is a Trojan Donkey to go along with the Baby Root. Well, that is extremely, extremely insane, and I think I still will just pick up Crafty. There is some merit for Zebracorn as well, and maybe we could do that. I don't hate the Zebracorn. Okay, let's just do it. Let's go all in on Donkey. It seems fun, if nothing else, and we'll probably pivot a little bit away from that. You know, Donkey's not going to be as strong next turn, but Zebracorn will still pump up whatever we get off the Phoenix Angel. So that seems like a pretty good way to start it. I'm basically just going to try to play tempo-ish, though part of the reason that I love to record live commentary games at the start of the season, yeah, there you go, Trojan Donkey dealing 7 to Peter Pants, giving them a taste of their own medicine there, as Peter Pants is a hero that can often deal damage in excess to other heroes. Probably just grab a Polywoggle because we're strong enough, and a Vampire because that's sweet. So yeah, seems good. So with live commentary, I think that it gives an opportunity to showcase some games that are a little bit more tempo oriented, as opposed to games that are more high rolly, where you do some crazy things. However, at the start of the season with the ladder reset, in theory, and this was more applicable than it currently is, but also I think probably applicable if and when we ever receive new patches to the game, that there's a little bit of a period where the games are just easier and you can get away with a little bit more. So despite like kind of playing for tempo, we're also just able to do powerful and crazy things because there is less going on. And Polywoggle gets to Slay here, and we hit my opponent for 9. That's crazy. I don't know if I said everything that I had meant to say because I got distracted by all of that awesomeness going on, but that seems pretty good to me. So there's a few things that I'm considering here. There's Baby Root and Good Witch of the South, both to potentially pump up the Donkey. And then there's True Love's Kiss to give me a level 5 character, which I think is worth going for on 3.1 for sure. If we get a good character, okay. We don't get a good character though. Wombat's double supported is also somewhat nice. We could still pick up another Baby Root, and we could still pick up a Good Witch. Though I'll have to think about that. I think the Good Witch is probably worth adding. Then I could just sell off these two for Baby Root. It seems awkward to put Vampire in slot 4, though I'm not really using it. Though you know what? I should find room for Prized Pig here, actually. So let's grab the Piggy, and then let's sell out of both of these to grab another Baby Root, and I'm going to switch things around like this. Ogre Princess a little bit weak in this position, but Wombat's double supported I think should be the way to go here to get the extra gold from Prize Pig. Now, not going to work out super great for us though. Trojan Donkey still, I think, able to provide enough support that we can get the win. This will get attacked into by Wombats, and then the Prize Pig can clean it up here alongside the Lucky. Lucky not going to activate, but Prize Pig certainly will, so this is good enough. And True Love's Kiss, another thing that we are looking for. I'm being very, like, mild-mannered right now for, like, how good this game is going, and it's just because this game is reminding me of tomorrow's video, and, like, y'all, like, it's, I can't even. I really don't want to spoil it or anything. Just let this be an ad for it. It's one of the coolest things that I've done in Storybook Brawl. I say that a lot. I always feel it's true. Who knows if it's actually my best game, but it was a ton of fun. So, treasure map, pretty reasonable. Though Power Orb, I think, is good. And then I'm debating if we're going to make use of this Shard of the Ice Queen, and I don't think we are. So, let's just pick treasure map. I can figure out something to do with that. Do I want to stockpile some gold going into the next level? We see a bunch more eggs. I'm just going to roll and not worry about locking here. This is fine. Could have swapped over these two characters so that Ogre Princess had some survivability, but this is totally fine. I get both of my Slays. I get big Wombats, and I'm building towards a bigger treasure going into the later stages of the game, and also just wrecking this lobby. Okay, this game's going crazy for me too. I'm not undefeated, but I am currently 4-streaking. I think we take, I forgot we were even, Phoenix Angel, Godmother is crazy good. I think I go for Mix-a-Wizzle, and I don't know if you can Mix-a-Wizzle into questing characters. I think that you can't. But maybe we can shard this character later on. That could be cool. Probably just want to play Brave, considering it's bigger than Vampire with the Fairy Godmother edition. I do like the Lady of the Lake here, though, as well. That's just really big with the Fairy Godmother, too. Let's see what we get. And we get a Lordy. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. That's fine. We'll pick that up here. And Friendly Spirit is insane, isn't it? Okay. I like Friendly Spirit. We could play Greedy for one turn with Lady of the Lake and Baby Root and Lordy. That's just silly. Don't think we're going to get into that. I don't know. I think I want to play Baby Roots here. Like, I'm not going to use the Brave Princess. Maybe I should just not even worry about it then. I know I could make it good, but I think that that's kind of a waste of gold too. Oh, this is bigger. I'll just play a 9/9. Not super exciting use of Mix-a-Wizzle. Wombats was better, but we're still really, really strong for right now, even if Donkey's not getting to do anything here. Friendly Spirit is a pretty nice power spike going along with the other good characters that we have in this backline. Baby Root actually survives the attack here, so we'll get to make a little bit more use out of the rest of the stuff we got going on, and then I think Lady of the Lake can clean this up pretty easily. So I'd love to find XP right now. That's the best thing that we can do, so that way we can turn Treasure Map into a Tier 7 treasure. Though I'm certainly not shooting down any Friendly Spirits. I do have to decide if I want to shoot down some characters with Court Wizard, though. don't think that I do. Let's get out of Brave Princess. I don't think we're doing that. I'm going to keep the prized pig because maybe we will do something with that later. And then maybe we do like a full health supported board, though Fairy Godmother is slightly better. I'm not going to pick up this. I'm not going to pick up this. Let's just roll. I will buy a Friendly Spirit. That is just quite a lot of stats. Now, Arthur is interesting because it pumps up Ogre Princess and allows me to build towards a little something something here. So maybe I do grab Arthur. It's tough to fit everything in, but maybe I'll cut the Wombats for this moment. I don't hate Burning Palm, but I'm going to try to find XP. Also don't hate Cindy, but can we find XP before the turn's up? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well this is still fine. I think this is what I want to play. All my support's on Friendly Spirits, and just a big ranged Lady of the Lake should be able to win it if it gets either of the Friendly Spirit buffs on it. Ogre Princess can slay on anything. Slays against a greedy, so that's good to deny my opponent some gold here, and Friendly Spirit lands on Godmother and on Lady of the Lake, so that's enough to get the win. Nicely done. Okay, so Tier 6 Treasure is a lot of direction. Ooh, that is a really, really good pickup as well. I'm still going to hang on to this prize pick just in case. Now we can support like this, though. That's even better. I'm still going to play Godmother on the board. I'm not going to play Wizard's Test, I don't think, just because XP is so free this turn that I would like to add that to my board. That's really all I'm looking for. XP, Friendly Spirit for the Tier 6 Treasure, more copies of any of these 4-cost cards. Though, part of the reason I want the 4-cost cards, like we're picking all of these up from Ogre Princess, we're going to be level 5 next turn. Sure, I think this is worth doing still, too. It is indeed a Lordy. Alright, well at this point I'll buy a Greedy if we find a real Greedy. And we're going to lock here on the level up. A little bit awkward, but I don't want to... I could sell off this bench to buy a Friendly Spirit, play down a character. Could also sell off this bench, still plays down a character, so I'm not super interested in it. But next turn I'll pick up Friendly Spirit, hope to find Pandora's Box. If not Pandora's Box, Embiggening Stone, Mimic Chest, Ivory Owl is actually good in this game. We can just tempo and win the lobby in a pretty straightforward way. We kind of dodge Cupid here with all ranged characters in the front line, so that is pretty straightforward. But will we get the win against Goldilocks? Not terribly sure. Goldilocks is pretty strong here. Might be our main competitor, despite them being in 6th place. They've sacrificed a lot to get to this point, and we are going to lose our streak here, finally, to Goldilocks. So, well played by Goldie, and we lost. Bummer. Bummer, bummer. We lost our level 5 character for free because of Ogre Princess. Oh well, Tier 6 Treasure, Pandora's Box, easy enough. Pick up this. Can feed something to the Kraken here. I will feed... I still don't want to feed Prized Pig to the Kraken. Guess I feed a Baby Root? No, because I will buy Baby Root just for the chance of Runestones or Noble Steed. So I guess I just feed this, because I'm not really using it. I'll feed the Puffy. That's fine. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's see what else we can do this turn. Could just put in the greedy shenanigans, like I said. I think I will go for that. I think it seems fun. And if we can find another greedy or a Baby Root. Okay, so let's pick up the Baby Root. Let's grab Runestones or Noble Steed. If we find it, we do. And then we double support the greedy, giving that even a little bit more health. We lose some other stats elsewhere, but I think that that's fine. I'm just going to roll, and I'm not sure I locked that True Love's Kiss. I'm not sure I wanted to lock that True Love's Kiss, but holy moly, this is a big Peter Pants. They have come back with a vengeance. We are not getting any greedy gold from them. and we might be in a little bit of trouble. Lady of the Lake's still going to do some nice work against my opponent's backline, though I will trade with the Mummy here when that eventually dies or trades into me. So, take some damage, but now we've got a Pandora's Box, and that doesn't consume the magic runes. That's the important thing there. And then it does seem like we are interested in playing monsters a little bit more than we are in playing dwarves. Though this turn we really just want to buy XP. There is a 4 glory, and notably we're up against the ghost. So I'm going to put in the prized pig. Going to try to slay with the... Let's see, how could we do this? We could probably get away with this. It's a little bit silly. But I want to try to grab Greedy Gold, and I want to try to grab Ogre Princess. I'm just thinking if I want the 4 glory, and I think I want XP. I think I just want to roll here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab the end. I'm just now noticing we've got an Angry as well, and that might just be worth playing for a turn. It gets our Greedy to be a little bit bigger. We can probably get away with backlining this Sporko. Let's the end here, and I want to try to play like... not as greedy of a board as possible, but as econ of a board as possible. Which means I want to play this combo, and probably just means I should play this. Okay, it's probably not going to matter at all. I will finish the turn by picking up this. Sure, I waste a gold in having to sell off the golden chicken, but that's fine, because now we have the Lancelot, and maybe we can do something else with that in the future. My opponent actually grabs the kill there against the Brave Princess, which is annoying, but we do get an extra gold from Greedy, and I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem keeping this prized pig alive. My opponent, like, definitely bigger than I expected, but shouldn't be too big of an issue here. So we'll have a little bit of extra gold going into 6.0. Never mind. The prize pig died. Unfortunate, but we do still grab a free tier 6 character from Phoenix Angel. We didn't mess that up this time, and it does look like we should just be making good here. Lancelot, not a bad backline character to play. Let's sell out of these dwarves just for space on the board, and Good Boy gets up to 12, so doesn't quite activate Lancelot. This would activate Lancelot if we give it even more health, but I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I will just play double supported Good Boy. I probably want Echowood. It means that dwarves are actually somewhat reasonable for a turn or two, but let's just grab that. 4 glory. I mean, we've got Good Boy. You know what? We can even just play this in the front row, because we've got Good Boy plus Mirror, so that actually will activate Lancelot, come to think of it, and is quite strong. Could flip the Sporko. That could be worth doing at some point. Here's another Lady of the Lake. Not going to grab that because I think that there's other cool things that we could grab this turn. There's probably a better spell that I can grab. Alright. Oh, oops. Meant to grab that Reckless Wager. I'm going to lock onto Bearstain. I don't know what happened there. Well, I do. My mouse buttons are right next to each other, and I clicked the wrong one. But I think this is still pretty good. We grab a tier 6 treasure from Magic Runes plus Lancelot. We grab a free tier 6 character. And I think that Good Boy is still going to be enough to do it, though my opponent has a lot of disruption here. We'll see how that impacts things. Good Boy will now activate Lancelot. Our Echowood is not that big, and I think we actually lose this fight, awkwardly enough. We need Good Boy to get attacked into soon, or we don't activate Lancelot here either. This is going to be a little bit rough. Okay, we do get the Lancelot activation from that, so I guess that's enough. We don't get that much from this combat, but we get Lancelot. Mimic Chest would be insane, and now we've got Mimic Chest, Mirror, with a pair of Good Boys, which we got the Good Boy from the Ogre Princess. Wow. Okay, so this is insane. We can potentially farm additional tier 5 treasures here, though that's not the end-all be-all. I will keep Ogre Princess in the backline. I think it's good enough. And then I've got to sell out of King Arthur, I suppose, to pick up a Bearstain. I'd like to put Lady of the Lake back in. I could do like this, Maybe that's a little bit better. Play one ranged character. Yeah, I mean, that's still a fantastic board. What is the next treasure that we want? I mean, there's a lot of good ones. Evil Eye, Embiggening Stone, off this Good Boy triple. These are all pretty good. But you see why I really want to play Ogre Princess here. There's 3 different tier 6 characters, and we haven't even gone into Empress P or Hercules here yet. So let's grab those as well. I didn't need to sell that because there's a lucky coin here, but now I'll just lock the lucky coin for next turn. I think we still get away with playing Ogre Princess here, though. I think that this is still the play, and I just lost my camera. Apologies for that. Oh, it's back. Okay, I didn't even touch it. But these good boys are going to be insane here now, and should translate into an easy win and a pretty easy activation off Hercules here, I have to imagine. Will we get the Ogre Princess Slay? We do. So we're doing pretty fantastic, even against Zelhua. And we should be able to get the win against their Jormungand's. I think so. Oh, I forgot it's a Mirror Mimic Chest. Oh, I should be playing so many less characters than this. Oh my goodness, this board is pretty crazy, isn't it? These Hercules can double summon, though they're not going to do anything. They're just going to suicide in here, and then we'll take them out with the Lady of the Lake. Okay, so what should we do here now? We should play another Bear Stain. Wand of Weirding and Ivory Owl and Phoenix Feather are all insane options, but Ivory Owl, when we're playing double Good Boy and Friendly Spirit, I think is the way to go. I think it's just a lot of stats very quickly. I think we grab another Bear Stain for the back line, and then I'm going to try to sell out of a lot of these things and play down some units here. Empress P, insane, but there's no room for it. Like right now I should be cutting this Hercules, and I just don't want to sell any of these characters. But I should be playing like this, or potentially even this. No pig here as well. Sorry, we're running out of time. Let's see what else we can grab. I want to triple up on Bear Stain to... I should just sell that because I don't want to start the combat with it. We lose another lucky coin. That's fine. There's the Bear Stain. Let's... Oh, shoot. I'm just going to lock because I'm out of time. You know what? I can play down a unit. I can play a frontline pig. It really doesn't matter. Let's add another Bear Stain to the board, which is just going to consolidate my shop. I don't even think that I really want the Phoenix Feather here, so I think I'm just going to skip this. But I think that just the Good Boy of it all is good enough. We're going to donate a bunch of gold to my opponent with Prized Pig, which is silly. That's not what I meant to do, but I think that the Good Boy Mirror Mimic Chest should be enough. These numbers get absolutely crazy here, as you'll see in just a moment. Yeah, Good Boy's in the 60s, which means Good Boy's up in the hundreds eventually. And I only have one more good character left, but this Echo Wood should be more than enough. We are going to donate a bunch of gold to my opponent, like I said, with the Prized Pig, but... you know, Peter Pants, there's only so much they can do with this much gold anyways. We already skipped this treasure. Get out of here. Alright, and I locked that shop for no reason, but that's okay. And... so when this spawns, it's going to spawn here and here. I don't know, like this is probably a good enough board. I probably just want to add like as many stats as possible to it with something like Stone Skin, or even Toil and Trouble is fine. There's limited things that it can land on. It is tempting to just play ranged characters as well. This is probably a lot of stats. The only problem here is things go wrong if they like attack into either of these things, because then I don't get as many Good Boy summons as I would like. Another Bear Stain, though, that's going to make the cut. Okay. Could cut this at this point, which is silly. Could even play this, actually, in the front line, which kind of gives you a Mirror Mimic Chest, or a Phoenix Feather, rather, on the Echo Wood. I think this is really quite strong. We'll see how it goes here. We're going to get 2 more Good Boys. 16 turns into a pair of 28s. That's fantastic. No, 44s even. And then the 44 dies, and our second good boy is going to spawn two, like, 100 power good boys or something like that. My opponent unable to steal my good boys, and we are able to steal the win here. Echowood doesn't even die. Neither does my second good boy even. You can see just how powerful this comp gets. Now, we did give Peter Pants a little bit of extra gold, but what can they do with it? I don't know. I think we're just rolling for Bear Stain here at this point. I could be tempted to triple these good boys just because we have so much else going on. Time Flies is fun. Not going to do anything with that. What I'd really like is an upgraded good boy plus like additional good boys. You really want to play as many different good boys as possible. And I guess Knighthood is the way to do that. Knighthood might actually be the best thing that we can find here. Okay. Yeah, I'm into it. Do I want to mess around with this board at all? Now, the one thing that is really, really nice in a finals like this is we can actually go as wild as we want to. And I don't really see a way to get much more wild than we actually are. But what I mean is the risk of this comp, because it's extremely powerful, the risk is that scam are more likely to hit on the units that you care about. I'm just going to wind up cycling some things from the shop here because I don't think anything really matters. So let's just clear out the shop and stay locked onto this Knighthood. But Peter Pants can't Pigo me. They could find a Medusa potentially, and they do. They do have one backline Medusa, but still, that's probably not going to be anything that is too super scary. It is a little bit annoying that Echowood got attacked into first, but now I've got two Echowoods, so I don't know if that's annoying. I do lose one of my good boys here in all of this, and I'll lose one more character to my opponent's backline Medusa, but my Echowoods are just way too big, and my opponent's not going to be able to take both of those out easily. They do have the potential to do so. They've got ranged characters, they've got Medusa, they are going to be able to take out both of the Echowoods, and they'll even take out a Bear Stain, but they are still going to take 10 damage. And now adding a Knighthood to the board I think is going to make this board even stronger. Now, I said that Peter Pants not really able to scam. However, my opponent does have one of the few possible ways that Peter Pants can scam, and that is with a Medusa. We are probably going to see this Medusa move to the front line at this point. So I think it could be worth it here to just play 4 different characters in the front line. It slightly reduces the chance of my opponent slaying into the things that they want. It does mean that I'm not going to double resummon good boys off this good boy right here, and definitely decreases the efficacy of my attacks. You know what I could do? I could hedge a little bit. If we lead with Friendly Spirit, that's what gets canceled. That's what doesn't get the double summon. But then if my opponent has their Medusa in the back line, this works really, really well. And if they have it in the front line, then we don't overlap on our good boys. We'll still get 2 of one of these good boys. Whereas in the other scenario, if our first good boy attacked, only got 1, and then the Medusa attacked into the second one, we could have been scammed in some capacity there. Echowood, only 1 Echowood, that's fine. We did have to use both of those last time, but I think this was probably the right layout for the board, and then that's a really, really fantastic attack for me. Now we'll get 2 more good boys. I don't know if I should have put the upgraded one first or the non-upgraded. Probably wanted to put the upgraded one first, just because we don't want that to get scammed by Medusa later on. We want to use it or lose it, and we'll use it pretty effectively now. Medusa does get in there for 1, but our Echowood is way too big, our Bear Stains are too big. We will have to let this Medusa kind of run amok, and we don't get the win either. So we'll see if my opponent smartens up on the next one, but okay, this is really, really powerful. It's awkward with Mirror Mirror. And I think we don't want to go for it. I think we just want to look for one more good boy. This could be a good boy or a Bear Stain or an Echowood. Let's run it. And it's nothing. That's fine. Not going to worry about Green Knight or Gumblegore. I'll stick with my Lady of the Lake. I'll stick with my lady. And we still have a few chances to find another good boy. I'm just going to roll down for good boy and Bear Stain here. And even if we don't find it, I think that we did a great job this game. I was going to say I'll lock on to Bearstain. What if we just get silly, though? Sure, why not? Yeah, I mean, this could definitely potentially go wrong, but seems fun, too. We'll see if we got it in us here. 98% to win that previous combat. Oh, it's your boy here. Okay, and they found another Medusa, and they frontlined another Medusa as well. And we get double serpents. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, well, 50-50 for the second Medusa to attack into a serpent. Okay, nice. Nice. That's at least good. It should be enough to win here still. We're going to summon 2 more good boys to round the combat out. I just now noticed that my camera is frozen, and your boy here will be able to watch this game in just a few hours here. But that was a really sweet one. Like I said, we've been having basically nothing but sweet games to start off this season. I don't want to spoil tomorrow's video, but that should be a fun one as well. This game was obviously insane, and we did some powerful, crazy things with the Mirror Mimic Chest. An awesome game. I think tomorrow's game is better, believe it or not. That was the whole point that I was building to. But still, another really, really awesome game. Now I'm trying to not spoil tomorrow's video, but just an incredible run. I've only played 4 games so far this season. It's kind of going to spoil it a little bit because you can do the math here, but already halfway up to Mythic. That's kind of the funny thing about the discussion that I was bringing up the other day is I was asking how much do people care about Mythic now compared to how much they used to. And there was definitely a point where I really cared about hitting Mythic, and it was something that was, I don't want to say a grind for me, but it was something that I put some time into and some effort into and some energy into. And then I want to say that was probably the start of last year, right? Over a year ago. The first few times I hit Mythic was the first time I hit it was so challenging. I went up and down so many times. And then at some point it was okay, I can get there pretty consistently. And then I don't really know when it switched over, but we'll say maybe June of last year or something like that. Could have been sooner, could have been later. That's not the point. The point is I got to a level of play where I would just notice that I was already Mythic. It wasn't something that I had to do anymore. And so for me, answering that question is a little bit tricky because I potentially play a little bit less Storybook Brawl now. I try to get my first win of the day bonus most days, but I don't get it every day, and I don't always play after that even. So I definitely play a little bit less just because there's nothing new, but I'm still having fun with the game and able to do some silly degenerate stuff here. But as far as my desire to get Mythic, I haven't been in touch with that in a while because it just happens. And that especially happens, and I've said this a lot before, if you're somebody that wants to get Mythic and you're struggling with it. One of the best things that I did that I noticed was a change in my game was when I would do those ping pongs, I would go in crazy grind sessions. I'd grind up to, 3,900 even, and then drop back down to 3,500. And when I started just playing only 1 game a day, firstly, the first win of the day bonus is a huge help. If you just get 4th place finishes, you'll be able to climb pretty effortlessly from those plus 25. So there's 30 days in the month. 30 times 25 is 750, right? So that will almost get you to Mythic, just with 4th place finishes, and then you'll get a few extra points on top of those first win of the day bonuses, you'll get like the actual rating points from that. So I think that makes it pretty trivial to get Mythic if you are willing to put in the hours like that. But of course, not everybody can play every day either. That's also like a big investment for people with real lives and other games that they want to play. That's definitely a thing too. All right, I think we did enough rambling on. That was a really fun game. Can you still look at your games in the collections, or that's like a different tab, right? I never check out these tabs too much, but I think not. I think that was like a different tab here. I know that one of them went away and then the shop went away as well at some point. But for today, that's going to be it for me. Really, really sweet game tomorrow, but I'm glad that we could put another sweet game together today, and I've been doing pretty dang well this season. You'll have to see just how well tomorrow, but obviously, yeah, the games have all been going quite decently for me. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.